Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do your toes at home with using gel polish. So of course, there's no polish on my toes, but if you do have some, just remove your gel polish. After that, we're going in with an 80/80 hand file, and I'm just shaping up my toes. I do like mine very square, so instead of cutting them down, I just go in. Of course, if they're super long, do cut them down, but I like mine at a good length. That way I can do a nice French tip, and I just square them off as best as I can. Like, I like my toes to be so square that it kind of look like I have acrylic on my toes. That's how square I like them. So again, just following exactly at a 90-degree angle. You see how the file is literally very straight against my little bitty pinky toenail. After that, we're going to go in with the buffer, and this is just going to remove the shine from our natural nail. That way all of the base coat and the gel polish and the top coat, everything stays on the nail really nicely and doesn't come off in the shower or anything. So again, just buffing them just very slightly, and then after that we're just going to dust them off, and then you can wipe them off with an alcohol wipe to remove any dust that's left on the toes. Hey Siri, play YouTube. All right, now I do have toe separators, but if you're doing this at home, literally you can just get some cotton and put it in between your toes, or even a little piece of paper towel, y'all. Whatever you want to use, it is completely fine. After that, I'm going to go in with a gel base coat. And if you want to use regular nail polish, that is completely fine. I've never had a problem with regular polish not lasting on my toes. I know some people do feel like it chips or anything or something, but a lot of the time it's because the toenails were not prepped properly. But again, whether you use gel polish or regular nail polish, either one is completely fine. But just make sure that you're doing a base coat first, just a very thin layer. Just apply that on all of them. And because we are using gel polish, I am going to be curing this coat for 30 seconds under my Makartt Flawless Pro UV LED light, or I think it's just the LED light. So after I've cured for 30 seconds, I'm going to be doing a white French tip, which is usually my go-to, but I'm using one of my 5-in-1 brushes. It is a set of 5, and each brush has 2 ends on it. And so this one is just one of my longer brushes. I'm just dipping it into my white gel polish and just going in and basically outlining the tip of my toenails. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because you can go back in with a small brush and a little bit of acetone and just clean up your smile line to make it very crisp. So we're going to do this on all of them. And of course, just wiping off anything, that you get on the skin as you go. And y'all, I feel like before it used to be so much easier for me to do my toes. I don't know why. I don't know if maybe I've been, how they say, like, once you get married or once you get in a healthy relationship, you get to eating a little too much. So maybe I just been eating a little too much. My stomach getting a little too in the way. I don't know, but I feel like every time I do this, like, I'm literally out of breath. But just find I feel like no matter what, like, just reaching down to do your toes is very uncomfortable. So whether you have to sit on the floor, on a chair, whatever you have to do, just as long as you're comfortable and you're able to just, sit in that same position for a while, just find your comfortable position. For me, I'm sitting in a chair, and then I have my foot up on the seat. So that's most of the time what works for me. But again, if you need to put your foot up on your nail table, that is completely fine too. But again, we're just going to do this on all of them. Remember, it does not have to be perfect. You can just go in and clean up, but of course try to not make it like too messy. That way you're not having to do too much cleanup. But as you guys can see, this little brush is another one of the brushes. This is more like, I think I was trying to use my other little brush that's more rounded, which I think I just had the wrong top on it, but that one was a little bit more pointy. So get you something that's a little bit more round to clean up around that smile line. Okay, so last one is this little bitty pinky, literally barely any toenail on there, but we still gonna slap a little bit of white on there and just try to clean it up and make it look as best as we can. After that, we're gonna go in with my NC Gel top coat and we're gonna apply that on all of them. Now, as you guys notice, I did only do just one coat of the white because I do apply it on there pretty thick to where we have a good like amount of product and it doesn't look streaky or anything, like it's a nice coverage. But if you do feel like you need to go in with a second coat of the white, that is completely fine. But as you guys seen, we cured the white and then we go in with the top coat, and the top coat I'm going to cure for 60 seconds. All right, so after we cure, I'm just going to go in with my pineapple cuticle oil and just apply that on my little crusty toes. And here is the final look. So we just did a nice and clean French tip. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed.